Appointment of snowplow driver. We approved a list of snowplow drivers, 1 or 2 meetings back. There was one individual, Don DeLea, who didn't make our list. He was on the other list and did go through the process where we put the background check and those conditions. That was done, but we didn't formally appoint him. Some of the gentlemen who we did appoint have subsequently gotten full-time jobs and are less available. So Harry asked me to put this here. If we could add his name to the list of potential snowplow drivers. So if we need to call them, we can call them, and if we don't need to call them, we don't need to call them, but we have some on the list.
Okay. I had 2 lists, and he went on that one. I apologized for stepping my bound. I, didn't give you the list with his name on it. Like you said, he went through the 3 things that the council agreed to have done: the background check, the CL licenses, and the drug testing, and he passed all that. I've used them on 2 storms. One's with a CDL truck, one's with a small truck. When I discovered my error, I stopped him. I haven't brought him in since. There's some issues that may mess up his retirement, because he's retired here, and there's also maybe some issues. How he retired, I do not know. If there's a problem, I will withdraw my request to have him plow.
I don't think those are really our issues to worry about. Those are his issues to worry about. If he's doing something that messes up his retirement, he needs to be cognizant about that. You can usually earn so much money, and that's a problem.
Just have a suggestion maybe to help me be the next highway director. Maybe the council can come up with a form, if there's anything else required for, part-time drivers besides the PCI check,
An application.
Solicitor, some type of, so, like what we have to follow for the rules, it would be helpful. I had a couple people, I lost a couple, they were already made the list, like I said. One guy's 2 people are going to ED. I have 1 left that only can do small snowplow driving. He works in the daytime, so it's kind of hard. I'm going to have to bring somebody in, or myself, to come in on the weekend to orientate him, show him the route that he's going to do. I just have that 1 left on there. And one of the younger kid got a job at Dino, so it's limited on when I can have him too. So I'll do the best I can with what I have. Since 2008, our department, basically manpower-wise right now, has been cut in half. There was 8 of us at one time, and a director. Now I have 3 guys. If you want to count me as the interim director, that's 4 and 1 mechanic. And it's just a little tough, that's all.
Well, it doesn't cost us anything to have a person on the list.
Yeah.
If you need him or her, or any driver for a storm, you pay them for the work they do. It doesn't cost us anything to put it on the list.
Your decision, yes or no, just give me the yes or no.
So he's indicated he wants to be added to the list. We lost a couple. He's passed all of the conditions we put on. What's the pleasure of the council?
I know we put them on a list.
Is there a second?
I'll second for discussion.
Okay. Made and seconded. Discussion.
Didn't we go out to advertise for snowplow drivers?
I believe you did. I don't have that advertisement.
We did.
I don't know what was put in there. That was before I had it handed to me.
So you had 2 lists, am I correct?
2
What
lists.
you just said?
I had 1 list, and then 1 came in at the end that you guys got, and then Don's came in later, and I had the list up. I had 2 lists made, and I gave the wrong list. I thought I gave the list with the add-ons. The other one was, you can see, it was a gentleman from Warwick that we haven't. He was more into bringing his own truck.
But he's on the list. We approved him last time. Yes.
Yes, he hasn't been drug tested BCI. There's a few of them that haven't been. We just did the ones that were local. There's somebody from Warwick, get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning, the roads are like a mirror out here. By the time he gets here, we'll have our roads sanded by then. you know, so I tried to keep local on the list, you know, as much as possible.
But am I correct that there are people on that list that you have not contacted yet?
Yes, there is.
That responded to the ad that was in the paper?
Yes, this gentleman was more into bringing his own truck.
That was in the
Okay,
list?
yeah, no, there are about three. There was one that I might have had some reservations because,
Yeah, don't tell your
okay,
reservations.
I was gonna say the
That's
name,
enough.
That's not, no.
but it was just,
My question was,
yes.
thank you.
Further discussion?
Would you like that, give you the ones, or make a list of the ones that I haven't, had drug tested and all of that on that list?
Can I ask why they weren't?
Because we've got the closer ones in.
I understand that,
When I talked
but
to Kelly, we were gonna save some money because it costs us so much to have the drug testing. So we weren't gonna call all of them all at once. So I tried to get 4 CDL drivers, or at least 3. So if we had, you know, half of us were out or something like that, I would have 3 big trucks. Because ideal in a snowstorm, it takes 6 big trucks and 3 little trucks. So we need like 9 people to do a major snowstorm. I mean, sanding is different, but ideally is 9 people to do the, I mean, we have, besides the roads, we have all the school bus turnarounds, and now we have like all the dry hydrants we're adding to it, and there's a little, and it's sidewalks and everything kind of comes into the morning, you know, trying to get the buses done, trying to get the walks done for everybody. It's just not enough less stuff.
Further discussion? Mr. Rogers?
I'd like to know, there's always been lists of local guys that have been on the list. Maybe some of them didn't answer the ad, just assuming they were never taken off the list. Is the list revised and names just taken off and for no reason of past drivers?
I would say this year, that's what we did, because we put some conditions on them this year. We said that they had to have the background check and the drug testing. So if there were people on the list from last year that
Well,
didn't
the year
go through
before.
that process, they wouldn't be called this year, they'd have to go through that.
Well, why
process.
wouldn't you ask them if they wanted to? I mean, they're local drivers that you've used in the past.
That process of hiring the winter snowplow drivers started under Mr. Holland. He initiated those, and Harry picked it up afterwards. So it's been a little bit disjointed this year.
So we don't use any names from an old list. We haven't asked them if they wanted to plow.
I don't think that's true. There are some people who were on previous years who are on this year's list.
And some that weren't
There are
asked.
some that are not, yes.
Okay.
Further discussion? Okay, then an aye vote adds Mr. Deland to the list of potential snowplow drivers that can be called during a storm. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
No.
No,
Abstentions?
abstain.
Motion fails.
Unbelievable.
2 ayes, 1 abstention.
Especially somebody that's experienced.
Can we ask what the reason is for that?
Yeah.
And Mr. Dwyer was a former DPW director and an employee for the town. It seems like it would make sense. He knows the job, he knows the roads, he's in town. I'm just curious as to why.
It's personal.
You can ask, I can't compel him to answer, but you can ask.
He's-
I agree, he is local, he knows the roads, he knows the trucks, he knows the routes.
It just seems,
He could be here in 4 minutes.
it just seems logical that somebody is like that you would want to have taken care of the roads. Can I ask?
Yeah, you have asked, is
Well,
there
I'm
anyone that
asking-
wants to respond?
I'm asking Denise, nobody's answering. Then I would
You're
just
asking,
assume
I
that.
abstained. I didn't vote on it.
I
knew she didn't. I abstained.
Oh.
Would you like me to answer that? I abstained because I don't know Mr. Delaire.
But you know, the ones that you voted for, that's okay.
No one is the other guys on the list?
That's
No.
what I said.
Huh?
Yes, some of them.
Yeah, some of them?
Yes, some of them.
Okay.
I have concerns.
Okay. I'm just gonna assume that it's.
Personal.
No, my concern is, and I don't want to go into an open session about some of the things that the director had mentioned about Mr. Dwyer. About pension, about how we retired.
Mr. Lewis stated that's not our problem, that's his. It's okay, I don't need an answer.
I've heard those issues too. The pension's not our problem. I heard the concern that he has a disability, again, not our problem.
That's right.
It's, I certainly don't want this council to come across saying that we wouldn't hire somebody because they're disabled. That would be tragic. In violation of federal law. Mr. Rogers?
We've had several employees that have retired from the town. One lives in Hemlock Village, Walt McCann. One lives up in Hopkins Mills, that were past 20-year-plus employees to the town that continued their work as part-time drivers for plowing. The one at Hopkins Mills, right up until medically he couldn't do it anymore. Many times we have used former DPW employees all the time for part-time drivers in the town. We were proud to use them. To use this as a personal issue, and we all know what it's about. To me, it's abuse of power. So with that being said, I'll leave it there. We've used them in the past, and all of a sudden now we have an issue with a particular one.
Okay. Anyone wish to reconsider this? Okay. Sorry, Gary.
No, question again?
No, I can't. We can't do it. The people that can make a motion to reconsider are the people on the winning side. So that would have to be someone else.
Okay.
We lost Roger. The town lost again, Roger.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's spend 50,000 and save 10.
Yes, let's spend $50,000 on a clerk we don't need, and not hire the snowplow guy. Because
That's
we
not
do
on the
need.
agenda, Mr. Lewis.
It's my comment on.
Really, way to go.
That was discussion, yes. Unsensible allocation of funds.